I'm Jacob Beach with the Prepper's Bunker. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Ontario Knife and Tool Sp5 Survival Bowie. First off, let's do an unboxing. Alright, the Ontario Sp5 comes in a box packaged just like this. Brand new out of the sheath. The snap's a little bit hard to snap back when it's brand new, but it ain't bad. The knife is held in the sheath very well. You pull it out, the knife is hair shaving super sharp. Very nice. You'll notice that the swedge on the top here also is sharpened. This is a 10-inch blade. It's nearly a 1/4 inch thick, and it's made out of 1095 high carbon steel. It's hardened to a Rockwell scale of 56 to 58 HRC. You get a little cardboard blade protector here and an Ontario Knife Company card. Now the warranty on these knives is very good, and they state that. So you know that you'll be hooked up. This finish is a powder-coated finish. As you can see on my model that I've been using here, it does tend to wear. That's not a problem. It's actually lasted very well. It doesn't drag when cutting through things, but I like to strip the finish off and do a patina anyways. But it is a very good protection. It is very tough. The handle is very comfortable. One thing that I want to talk about is this sheath. Right out of the box, you notice that this sheath holds the knife very securely. There's no noise, no wiggle, really nothing at all. There's no bells or whistles on this sheath. Most people say that on a knife of this price, you should expect the sheath to be a freebie. Well, if you're going to get a freebie sheath, this is what you want. It's very simple, but it's made in America, and it does its job well, unlike some of these other knives that have sheaths that come with more bells and whistles, but the sheath is made in China, and they don't do anything particularly well. So it's nice, especially at this price of about $50 to $60, to have an American-made knife that comes with an American-made sheath. Now, there are some differences between the two knives that I have received. The swedge sharpening is not exactly even, and it's a little bit different on these two knives, but that just goes to show you that someone made this. The small differences between the two knives I do not think indicate a problem with quality control, because both knives are almost identical. Very good. Alright, Ontario chose to name this knife the Survival Bowie. So I tested it as a survival knife. One very important task for a survival knife is chopping. So let's see how it did. Alright, while chopping, a few things that I noticed. Whenever chopping with any knife, it's good to keep a lanyard on, just in case for any emergencies. This knife was very nice compared to many other more expensive knives. I didn't think it would chop so well because it's lightweight, but it chopped very well. The blade geometry, the full flat grind, made it bite very deeply, especially for its weight. And the light weight actually helped lower fatigue, as did this craton handle. Now, I wasn't sure if I really liked this craton handle, and with my hand and style, this bottom edge here likes to dig into my pinky a bit, but overall it absorbed shock very well, and it was comfortable to chop for a long time with this knife. Overall, out of 5 stars for chopping, I give this knife 4 stars. The next task that I tested this knife for was batoning. when battening, I was kind of afraid that because the edge is narrow, it's not as thick as many of these other knives, and with a full flat grind, traditionally that's not considered to be as strong. I battened through some very, very hard wood, and I could actually see the blade slightly bend and contort as it twisted through the wood, but it always went back true. Came back perfect. It has a nice length for battening, very nice thickness, really splits the wood open very nice. The only thing that I didn't like for battening is this sharpened swedge tends to eat up your baton. But it's not like you pay for baton anyways. So overall, for battening, I give this knife 4 stars. The final thing I tested this knife for was its ability to do finite chores such as feather sticks and food preparation. If this is going to be truly a do-it-all knife in a survival situation, it doesn't just need to chop and do large motor skills, it also needs to do very small motor skills. When it came to feather sticks, I really liked it. I was able to choke up and get a nice feather stick going. It wasn't as nice as, say, a Mora knife or something like that. But when it came to food preparation or skinning, I really didn't like it because of this sharpened swedge. Sometimes for food preparation, I really wanted to choke up all the way on the knife blade like this, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing it with this sharpened swedge here. I really wish they'd get rid of this, because this might sell knives for a Rambo effect, and maybe it might be beneficial for a fighting knife, which could be a survival use, but typically it's not, and I don't think it makes much of a difference. I do not like the sharpened swedge. Also, as a draw knife, when you're pulling a knife towards you to carve out a certain shape, whatever it is that you might want to do, because of the sharpened swedge, it does not work well for that. So overall, for small motor skills, I give this knife only 3 stars. But considering the price, the value of this knife, I give this knife 5 stars. This knife typically retails for $50 to $60, give or take shipping. And if you're on a budget, you cannot beat this knife. Is it the best knife for survival? Depends on your situation. Probably not. But if you have any kind of budget, or you're not going to be using this all the time, or you're going to throw it in your truck, this could absolutely be the best knife. For the price, like I said, between the sheath and the knife, I would eventually upgrade the sheath with something Kydex. But the value of this knife is unbeatable. Ontario's done an excellent job in making this knife tough. It's easy to sharpen. It holds an edge a long time. It gets incredibly sharp. The geometry is good. The sheath works like it should. And it's all made in America. For the price, you just can't beat it. So, overall, all-inclusively, I give this knife 4 stars. Please visit thepreppersbunker.net, and please visit me on Facebook at facebook.com/thepreppersbunker. Thank you.